Hello, welcome to another installment of My Computer Life. So I always mess around with Hyper-V and virtualization. I like to find out new operating systems that are coming out. Um, like DistroWatch, you can get a lot of Linux distros. That's always fun to upload and test new ones. I've been messing around with Android. People actually like the Android interface, and sometimes it's faster for your standard user. So I'm actually thinking about implementing a few systems at my place of work to run the Android system, but I'm going to do some more testing on the security factor of that. You can see I have one up and running now. I use that one for app development and testing um, to see if I could actually give it to a client to use for email and browsing and stuff like that. But I'm going to duplicate this one and show you how I created it under Hyper-V in case you want to do it yourself. So first you need to download, go to Android x86.org, and then download the 64-bit version of the ISO. Then we'll get started here. So we're going to choose New, Virtual Machine. We'll just choose Next. We'll just label this Android 64X. And we'll just keep it in the same location. I've tried this on Generation 2, it does not work. So Generation 1, to make sure it's on Generation 1. We'll give it, let's see here, give it 12 gigs of memory. I have a little bit left available. And I always, if you're using Hyper-V, you obviously know how to do the virtual switch manager. You can make any network card on the system into a part of the switch. So it gives out IP addresses. So we'll just choose the one I made. And we'll leave it in the default location. Right here, we'll just make it 20 gigs. And go next. Now we just need to grab that ISO. And I downloaded it here. This x86-64 8.1. So I'm not sure about the newer versions, but the 8.1 I downloaded back in May. This one has been working for me, so we'll use this one. And we'll choose next. And yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll finish it up. Then we'll start it here and test it out. So once you uh, have it all set up, we'll start it up. It has to be installed. So now once it's up and running, we'll connect to it. And we will choose advanced options. We will auto installation, auto install to specified hard disk. So it'll basically use that 20 gig VM disk space that I gave it. So we'll go ahead and choose this one. And then we'll see here. Do you want to use the whole disk drive is basically what it's saying? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. That's installing. Now, if you Android operating system runs really well on certain computers. Um, it depends on the video card, I've noticed. And with an actual video card, you can actually dedicate 3 gigs of graphic memory to the Android operating system, which works really well. But the okay, so at this point we'll just run it. We don't have to reboot or anything. The x86 does not actually run games very well. So if you're going to use it for games and stuff, it will not work very well. There's a few games that work, but it's mostly ideally for work stuff. You can do emails and I think Facebook works. But yeah, YouTube works and a couple other ones that are like your calendar, your Gmail, you can have a corporate email. Works pretty well. So all things I'm testing. I have not tested Office 365 yet, but that might work. So yeah, it's starting up here. Takes a little bit. I could allocate more processors to it, but it should be fine the way it is. Yeah, so if your place of work has users that just do email and browsing and stuff, this might work without any, application side stuff. So we'll go ahead and click start here. This is kind of the what it looks like for the Android desktop version. It does work with touchscreen, but it also takes mouse keyboard as well. It works really well. Let's see. I've noticed the notifications on the top is a little clunky. Um, Sometimes it lags when you pull down. That's just, I think the more this becomes updated, I think it'll just get faster and more stable, especially with the graphic stuff like games and stuff like that. It's definitely taking a while. So set up as a new, just to show you what it looks like, give you an example of what's going to be, what's all pre-installed on the operating system. I'm sure they'll have newer bundles or people will mod it and have different stuff pre-installed in the future. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what is created um, for the Android desktop operating system and compatibility. I did have some trouble getting the 64-bit version to work on a, um, let's see, it was a Core i3 1156 core. And you'll see some of the stuff doesn't always work. Applications fail quite a bit. It could just be because it's in virtualization, but I've noticed that as well when I install it to a desktop. So we'll go ahead and skip this. And let's see. Next, Joe Smith. Use his name. And I agree. Well, thanks. Yeah, once you add a Google account, it automatically syncs all the emails in your calendar. Here, I always choose Launcher 3. Taskbar, for some reason, does not seem to always work. And there, that's about it. There you'll see it has your Play Store and gallery. So yeah, it's just like an Apple phone. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I will be uploading something soon in a few days. Thanks.